this exhibition came about in response, in support with the exhibition that curator Rebecca McGrew was organizing of painter June Harwood. And Harwood was part of a group of artists in Southern California during the 50s and 60s who came to be known as hard edge painters for really the crispness of their line, right? For very literal, the hardness of their edge. Their art historically thought of as one of the first styles or groups of art in Southern California. Tracing the Edge started as a permanent collection exhibition of the Benton's really amazing collection of hard edge painters. Is one of the strong points of the collection here. I think historically, because many of the painters were based in Southern California and had relationships to Claremont. For as much as they've become known for being sort of like cool and composed, right? Like very clean and precise, they're actually like full of quirks, and like the colors are super strange, and they're not wedded to a very rigorous approach to color. It's very sensual in a lot of ways. I think that was one of the interesting things with this exhibition, bringing in contemporary artists, was to show how related to the world the hard edge painters were, so that like when you put works together like Kristopher Raos's 99 Cents alongside the Florence Arnold piece, you can kind of get a sense that like, oh, like this Florence Arnold piece I keep seeing, and it reminds me of like Wonder Bread packaging, right? Like it reminds me of the design that was happening in the mid-century. So you get a sense that like that was in grocery stores and in advertisements and in furniture and in industrial design. You get a sense that this work wasn't removed from the world. It was actually responding to a lot of things that were happening at that time. One of the things that me and Ananya looked for as curators were artists who were working in abstraction, but who were making that connection to the world. Like Kristopher Raos, looking at pop culture and signage in Los Angeles, or Jackie Amézquita, who uses like organic materials, which have, you know, complicated histories of the economics of the US and its relationship to Latin America. Aryana Minai, who uses these found objects that sort of connect Iran and Los Angeles. We were selecting for artists who make that connection, right? And I think, so although you can find other tendencies, other approaches to abstract art, the one that we were interested in was the one that combined the pleasures of abstraction, right? Like the really beautiful and wondrous things to look at, with a sense that everything else in the world is starting to encroach, starting to move into this space that art history has liked to keep separated. Today in Los Angeles, we can do better, no? We can look beyond what's popular, we can look beyond so-called important artists are, and appreciate people whose commitment to painting, to artwork, to abstraction are really organic and deeply felt. This idea that like nature keeps on evolving crabs, evolution keeps on leading towards the form of a crab because it's like somehow this ideal shape. Los Angeles keeps on evolving abstract painters. In particular, the artists in this show aren't all specifically referencing the hard edge painters from the 50s. That's not who's in their mind at all the times, but they keep on inventing and reworking this language from different directions, from different places, from different influences. I think that's really interesting.